Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we got some massive news regarding Sony slash Marvel Spider-Man 4. Yeah, it's actually now moving forward because they now have officially a director. Well, let's reverse that actually from it's now moving forward, because let's face it, the track record for Marvel movies lately is they tend to announce directors and lose them. So God only knows what could happen with this one. But it's funny because this article we're about to look at that talks about this tries to spell it as good news and why the other directors that were announced were bad news. And yet it's not good news, especially if you have a bit of a brain on you. You'll instantly understand and know that it doesn't have good news. But let's have a look at this. So it says, yesterday evening the news broke that Spider-Man 4 has finally found a director in Shang-Chi's helmer, Destin Daniel Cretton. It's a decision which has been met with widespread approval from fans, especially after rumoured names like Drew Goddard and Adam Wingard did little to inspire confidence in Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures' plans for a movie that may or may not be another multiverse epic. Right there, we're all going to start pressing X to doubt. Big time. They're trying to tell us that this guy, Cretton, has gotten widespread approval from fans, while the likes of Drew Goddard and Adam Wingard was met with, oh no, that's terrible choices. Why would the director of Shang-Chi be a great choice, seeing as Shang-Chi was a massive disaster? Oh yes, it was a disaster. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Its box office worldwide was $432.2 million. Sounds impressive, doesn't it? Except the budget for that was $200 million, which means at another $100 million for its marketing, this thing needed to crack well over $600 million to break even, and didn't even come close. So he made an absolute disaster, a bomb, a movie that nobody ever talks about. You notice that? You notice how it came out and they were all saying it was magnificent, it was the best comic book movie since Logan, and it's the best martial arts movie since Battle Royale, and it's this and it's that, and it's, oh my god, it's everything we hoped for, and it's this and that. And as soon as the dust settled with it's bombed at the box office, nobody talks about it. Nobody. There's nobody out there talking about Shang-Chi. Show me one person who's done a video on Shang-Chi or talked about it in the past 2 years. Guarantee you can't do it. So I'm definitely pressing exit out that there's widespread approval from fans. But then it says, however, good news for Spider-Man 4 is bad news for Shang-Chi sequel. According to Variety, Cretton has also been developing a sequel to Shang-Chi, but a source close to the production says that Spider-Man 4 is currently the priority for the studio. As a result, that movie has now been put on the back burner and will no longer be released before the next Avengers movie. Well, I have news for you. It was never on the slate to be released before that next Avengers movie. In fact, it was never on the slate at all. There's not one slate you can show me that Marvel have put out in the past few years that had Shang-Chi 2 on it. Why? Because once again, Shang-Chi 2 isn't going to happen, at least anytime soon, because it was a massive box office failure. But it continues. Back when the director was attached to Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, it looked like he might take charge of Shang-Chi and the Wreckage of Time, the sequel's rumored title revealed by copyright listings in 2022, as a direct lead into that ensemble project. Now people will go, that right there proves that they were developing a sequel. No, that could have been for a game or even a comic. Nothing about the title means that that is for a film. And then it says, very little has been revealed about Spider-Man 4, and despite months of rumours ranging from a team-up with Daredevil to Sydney Sweeney playing Black Cat, the trades have had little new intel to share. It does sound like cameras are expected to begin rolling at the start of 2025 though, likely placing Spider-Man 4 in the Multiverse Saga's vacant July 24th, 2026 slot. Who the hell wants a Spider-Man 4 from the guy who did Shang-Chi? And let's once again take a step back and remember Sony own Spider-Man. So they are the ones who would really be calling the shots on this. Tom Holland's deal would be with Sony. And as far as of right now, we still have not heard any actual concrete information that Tom Holland has signed a new deal to continue as Spider-Man, nor have we even actually heard that Disney and Sony have signed a new deal to use this character. So it's interesting that this is coming out, that they're breaking the news that Destin Daniel Creighton is going to direct this movie. You know, when we don't even know if all these deals are actually in place. And they keep going back and forth because we know it's Marvel who wanted to be a part of the Multiverse Saga, and we know Sony wanted to be a ground level, smaller type of movie. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether he sticks with this, whether this whole thing actually happens the way they all seem to want it to happen. And again, let's go back to the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings budget of 200 million and box office number of only 432 million. Yeah, doesn't exactly sound like he's the guy who's going to bring in the audiences now, does it? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if he even actually sticks around and films this thing. But with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.